The views and opinions expressed on this podcast or website are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of A Queen's Opinion. Any content provided by our bloggers or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.
Welcome to A Queen's Opinion. My name is Queen. My voice, my opinion, and your listening ears. We are moving to a new category, continuing our opinion on many issues. So this month, we will cover a man's world, topics related to dealing with men. And this episode is called Fathers and Daddies. I thought this was a great topic for the month of June, since we do celebrate Father's Day. Fathers and daddies, is there a difference? I don't know. I've heard many people say, "This is my father," and some say, "This is my daddy." And I wonder, is there a difference? So I went out on this quest to ask a few of my friends, what is the difference between a father and a daddy? I got a mixed bag of opinions, and that's what I expected from them. Overall, there was only one difference between the two, or at least that's what I came away with from the conversations. So let's start. I want to start with fathers and how people view the title of being a father. Fathers are men who cause a pregnancy, which results in the birth of a child. This is what the dictionary defines as a father. In my conversations with others, this is basically one difference between a father and a daddy. And I'm not sure if I fully agree that providing DNA for a child is the only difference. There is more to being a father. For example, when you father a child, are you going to be there during the birth? A father will be there as the child grows up, teaching the child the ways of the world. And if it's a boy, definitely how to be a young man who eventually grows up into a full-fledged father himself. A father is going to ensure that the child is taken care of with all the requirements needed to be in this world. The father is going to provide housing, financial support, food, clothing, transportation to and from required destinations, and so on. A father is going to provide and show unconditional love forever in his words and in his actions. Fathers are going to be there for their children through the good times like graduations, weddings, the birth of their own child, making him a grandfather. Fathers are going to be there during the hard times and make time for their children, like going to lunch at the school, helping them with their homework, taking them to places they need to go, practices, football, soccer, cheerleading, and taking them to the parks. A father is going to be there for their child. The objective is spending time with your child or children. A father is going to teach his child that he will be there for them always, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Fathers are going to be the example of what a good man should be in their child's life. A good father is going to teach their child that if you do wrong, then you should be a person who owns up to your actions and shortcomings and takes the consequences for their actions. A father takes full responsibility for causing the birth of a child and acts according to the duties and responsibilities in the relationship with the child. So what is a daddy? According to the dictionary, the term daddy has several definitions. So many definitions. Let's start with the first one. Slang term daddy. An affectionate or familiar term of address to a boyfriend or male romantic partner, especially if he is older. Relationship daddy. Somebody who is an older man who feels comfortable being with a younger person and is there to help and support them and work through things with them. Bad daddy. A role play or sexy play for the man to act like an older male figure with authority over them, very much like a daddy. And the last term is another meaning for daddy, which is an informal term for a father. So many definitions. But I decided to share the term daddy in the way friends have shared with me. A daddy is a man that takes on the responsibilities of a father role with a child that is not his biological child. We have many men out there taking on the role of daddy that deserves a shout out. Thank you to the daddies taking on the role of a father for the ladies and their children. You will be blessed. It's not easy being a daddy to some other man's child or children. The children many times in these situations say hurtful words. You are not my father, in the faces of the man taking on the daddy role when the child is being disciplined. Listen, ladies, if the daddy in your house is taking care of you, the children, house bills, no disrespect to anyone in the house, no abuse going on in the house, then we need to ensure the children understand the daddy's role and he should be respected in the house. Period. Mothers, you are the gatekeepers of this delicate balance of love in the house. If you allow the bad behavior from the child or the daddy to take place, then all the consequences are on you. Before you even brought this man into your living arrangements, conversations should have been had by you to the children and to the man. The children should have met this man well before he's invited to live in your home. There is an expectation that should have been set for each party in the house. You should have had a conversation with your children about how you feel about this man. What do you think this man could do to help your family? You should also consider the fact that you love this man. You should have expressed to the children that no one can take the place of their father. However, this is a good man who wants to earn your trust and love and possibly one day be your daddy. In your conversation with your new love, your new baby daddy, you should have set the groundwork to let him know that he is not their father and that he shall not lay hands on your child. But if discipline is necessary, you'll handle that. He needs to understand that you will support him and ensure that he is not disrespected in the house. You need to let him know that the children may or may not call him daddy after a few months, years, or ever. But he would always be respected. Now that you have set these boundaries on the relationship and in the household, things should go well because everyone understands the father and daddy role. Fathers and daddies are not too different in their roles then. The term father, after talking to several men, seems to have a heavier weight and has more respect. Many people will say there is only one father and many daddies. This statement seems true to me, at least in my opinion. You can only father one child with one woman, but you can introduce many daddies to your children. There was a time I didn't understand the difference, but doing my little quest and research on this topic, I have a better understanding today. And I hope this episode puts some clarity on the topic for everybody. So what's the difference between a father and a daddy? Well, I guess we can say DNA and your preference.
Here at A Queen's Opinion, we're always asking our listeners to contact us by going to our website, www.aqueensopinion.com, and clicking on Get in Touch to leave your feedback or leave a question for the Queen. We realized that many of you are on the go and listen to podcasts through your phones or in the car, so we wanted to make contacting the Queen easier. You can now send a text. Yes, you can text the show right from your phone. Try it right now today. Send your feedback about this episode or any episode that you have listened to over the months. We can't wait to hear back from you.
A Queen's Opinion is a podcast that allows people, especially women, to think out loud about life situations and seek an opinion without being judged. This podcast is supposed to lift you up, encourage you to be the best person you can be, to inspire you to step out of your comfort zone and into your queen zone. I didn't say my opinion will solve your problems. I am not saying that I am right. But what I am saying is I'm going to give you another view of the situation from a distance. No more thinking or questioning a situation by yourself. Ask the Queen. Go to our website, www.aqueensopinion.com, and click on Get in Touch to leave your feedback or leave a question for the Queen. Don't forget to like us wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for taking time out of your day. I hope you join me for our next episode. Until then, goodbye.